Blitzkrieg. Marilyn Manson down the front row.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. I don't know. I thought he was cool. I liked the song, especially when the beautiful people came out. I was like, oh yeah, I like this. My mom was like, what the f wrong with you? We got to go take her to see the lady.
Why is that more ominous than Marilyn Manson?
We got to take her to go see the lady.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Modern Apes Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad. We're live from the ever-glorious Stan Studio right across the way from the club. So to my right, as always, the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, fresh off a set following Jim Gaffigan's, the one and only, Tristan Bowling.
Mushy, mushy, monkey did not bomb. I would like my flowers.
I feel like everybody has like maybe a Jim story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to follow after him. I feel like it wasn't an audition. It was a showcase though.
Yeah.
He popped in and I had to follow. I'm such a raw, dirty comic. So like, but I got them. I didn't bomb either. So that was good. But I was just like, whew.
Okay. Same feeling.
He comes in doing squeaky clean stuff about his kids. Just squeaky clean. Anyway, that voice that you hear, by the way, is the one and only Philadelphia, New York, soon-to-be native Miss TATA Sheree.
Yeah.
Sherisse, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yes. But some people drop the S and the E like my grandparents. You know how old black people be like,
Hey, Sheree.
Yeah,
Get over here.
Yeah, look at your black side just popping out. I think it come out more when I'm around. That's the
It is so beautiful to see.
Yeah, the closest thing I have to black family, so this is tremendous.
Yeah.
This is good. Unless you're ready to put a coon hat on and go hunting in full camo, you don't remind me of my family.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, your family was that white? Oh,
White.
shit.
Yeah. Dude.
White.
And you came home with the locks. How did they feel about your hair when you came home?
Actually, they're the reason I have dreadlocks right now. They wouldn't let me have them growing up because I was playing football and they were like, you need to impress old whites and they won't like dreadlocks. And then I got
need a perm.
Yeah.
Were you there took it out? It wasn't that The Blind Side. Oh, shit.
Let me tell
Or
you.
did they really love you?
No, it's The Blind Side, but with like how instead of it being Sandra Bullock, it's how the real woman acted, where she never contacted the person after that and made a lot of money.
Imagine Michael Lord tears his ACL in half twice, and then Miss Tooney just stops calling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then you're at Chick-fil-A, working at a Chick-fil-A, thinking about, this is Daniel's story. He went from being a D1 quarterback to working at Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure.
How long did you work at Chick-fil-A?
About 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not super long, but
Let me tell you how long is too long.
Very, very nice over there. They are. Chick-fil-A nice.
You said it like they're your cousins who like you're family with, but you don't fuck with. You're like, yeah, they're cool. Like for sure. Like they're not. They ain't come to no cookhouse birthday.
They did. Because especially if we had it on Sunday.
Yeah, they're not going on the after Thanksgiving walk.
Nah, bros from Chick-fil-A? No chance. Well, how you liking, you're moving over from the old Philly, go Birds.
Yeah,
also, go Birds, congratulations.
Yes, I'm basically here in New York, and still looking for my permanent home, but I'm here. And it's a transition. I still do a lot of Philly shows because I get paid down there.
Oh, yeah.
And comedy is a big part of my income, so I still like hop on the train or I'll drive down there to do those shows.
It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, but it does help me to be like located in New York now. I hit the spots that I need to hit.
Of course, yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm starting over. I feel like I'm starting over with more steam because like in Philly, it's like I'm known or I'm that girl, that like, Tata's killing it. Here, there's like, you kind of got to start at the bottom and climb your way back up.
Work your way up.
But I got a little bit more to work with this time. So I came here at the right time.
Yeah.
And also it helps there's a lot of Philly people coming through that I've only heard praises.
Yeah, there's a lot of Philly guys up here from down there.
Yeah.
A lot of Philly guys coming up.
Where you guys originally from?
Arizona.
Arizona?
Man, yeah.
You're from Arizona too?
Yeah,
Were you guys friends back in Arizona?
I hated this nigga.
No, he didn't. We have a podcast proving it.
Yeah, no, he's nice. We're 3-4 years into being buddies.
Together here to chase your dreams, or just when you got here, you're from Arizona? You're from Arizona.
So I sent this nigga down as a recon scout to be like, hey, if you don't die, wave a red flag around, we'll all squabble. And then about 7 Arizona guys in a year after that. Right on down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I mean, we're not Philly. We're not Philly. We don't have the biggest guy in the world currently. But
Z-Town? I don't know. What do y'all say? Like, what do you say in Arizona?
Definitely not Z-Town. We should start calling it Z-Town.
We're Phoenicians.
Fuck, dude, that's so shitty to say.
I don't.
Phoenix in the building?
I would like to quote.
Arizona's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's where the vortex is.
What now?
Huh?
Vortex.
What? What's the vortex?
I'll repeat
I'm one of those meditation girls who collects crystals and and that's the perfect place where the vortex is. That's the center.
So Sedona.
Yes, I need to go. I want to visit.
Wait, when
the
you
Red
say,
Rocks.
When you say you're into crystals, are you like crystals by the bed? Look at them before you go to sleep,
or like
mine are in my living room windowsill.
Okay,
so they're there.
Gotta let them recharge.
Let them recharge. Let the sun. I don't know. I have some favorites, but I don't know everything about them all the way. I just like the way they make me feel, and I think they look.
You know what? That's the realest answer for anyone who I know owns crystals that I've ever gotten. Usually they're like, this is what connects me to the sun god Ra. And you're like,
I don't really know. I just
I do like that.
I try to learn the meanings of when I can. I like look up, one of them, or a friend will tell me, a friend who's deeper into it than I am will tell me what's up.
You ever go evil crystal? Are there like kyber crystal, like evil crystals?
I don't think none of mine is evil. Mine is recharged by positive energy.
Yeah, sorry. Daniel was talking about what powers a lightsaber.
I know. I took that negatively. I'm like, can I put hexes on people? Do you teach a class?
What is the voodoo stone?
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
But we brought y'all. We're going to talk a little bit about musical murderers. Every time we come on the cast, we like to have a little bit of a topical, poignant thing. This one, I thought it would be fun because you kind of gave us a little bit of a lead in. You like music, you like true crime, death and bloody murder. Or do you like because I've always wondered.
Gory shit, like gory.
Kind of, yeah, I was about that.
Yeah, I was one of those weird kids that as a child, I enjoyed horror films and Marilyn Manson.
Hell
we lived in a
dude.
hood.
Yes, dude.
Fuck.
But that's not you.
Dude.
In a black household, that's my mom wanted to take me to see the lady.
Grandmother in you. Powering through.
Yeah. She's like, I like lone keyboard notes over a long floor.
Blitzkrieg. Marilyn Manson down the front row.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. I don't know. I thought he was cool. I like the songs and shit, especially when the beautiful people came out. I was a kid. I was like, oh yeah, I like this shit. My mom was like, what the fuck wrong with you? We got to go take her to see the lady.
Why is that more ominous than Marilyn Manson?
We got to take her to go see the lady. My little black child is rocking out. Okay?
Nah, because that's how black people categorize shit. It's like the people is the cops. You see the people coming, you better act correctly.
The people, and the lady is the therapist.
Oh,
or the psych ward person, whoever the crazy person.
Who's the guy then? If the
guy always got your back. He always got something for a little cheaper than what you found.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you can see the lady and the guy on the same day. Really take care of everything.
You really can.
That's a tough day.
You see the lady, the guy, and the Holy Spirit. That's the Trinity.
I saw the auntie once.
I saw the auntie.
I was a strange child, but I mean, like, my mom knew I was into all types of stuff. Like, and I used to talk proper, so I got teased for that.
Okay, what is
talked proper?
That's my whole. I sound like Carlton if you close your eyes. It's like, did you ever try and like play it up?
When I saw you, I was like, oh, you're tall.
You're the nicest black lady I've ever. When I tell you, I have an 0-700 record with black ladies, dude.
Really? Oh,
Tata, I've seen it in person. And it is hysterical.
Oh my God, why?
Let me tell you, when you're in a room in like northern Phoenix in a completely black room, and then I do better than Daniel, and other girls are being like, man, that kid corny.
Like, like most black comics, and they're like, what is your demographic room that you hate to like fucking perform? And most people would say, well-to-do whites. Well, that's where I thrive. It's
really? I thrive over there too.
Yeah. You throw me in a room full of chocolate people though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
God damn it. All I want is their approval. They just look at me and they're like, what is this?
I know. Black people are so hard to impress. But I know how to, dance how they need me to dance. I know how to do the dance.
I have no rhythm.
I know. Oh, see, there.
I'm on every third beat being like, do you guys like me now?
Yeah.
No, always be yourself. You can talk about that. That will make them laugh. I will say that. You talking about not belonging or not feeling welcome and shit and making that part funny, that will work.
They do.
He's more
white people. It's easy to make white people laugh. I ain't gonna hold you.
fuck.
It is.
Making black people laugh is playing Guitar Hero on expert level with the orange shit on. You're trying to.
I appreciate that some days. It does well for my confidence in comedy some days.
When you do well in front of chocolates, though, you walk off stage and you're like, I might have some right here.
I just got to work extra hard.
Dude, there's a room in Phoenix, infamous, that was not really a comedy place. Mm-hmm. It was called The Spot, and it was basically
midnight show that started at 1. They're serving Hennessy shots and catfish out the back.
Oh yeah, that's not like my type of spot.
There was an old black lady rolling a blunt. My whole set was not entertained.
Shout out Patches.
Yeah, Patches.
Shout out Patches.
Shout out to Patches.
We call her Patches because her hairline was so fucked.
Shit.
And she would always come in with a new wig and a terrible dress. And I'd be like, you look like a Pier 1 lamp.
Patches.
And it would bring the house down, dude. It was so fun.
Did you try roasting people? Black people love a good roast.
He gets too mean.
Oh.
I did. There's no. Well, once I lose really any crowd, it does kind of turn to start going mean. But like it goes mean the other direction when I'm starting hanging out. You know, it's like you get 30 chocolate bros looking at me like we don't approve. I'm like fucking. Oh yeah. Well, it turns out I'm gonna go just vent to my dad after this.
Black people give biracial people such a hard time that they'll let the white boys slide.
Do you think I asked for this? I wanted to be a black Jew. That's the hardest combination of things to make in the world.
Yo,
what are you
real shit.
about?
That's what you can say. You just got to keep it real. That's my thing. Be real.
That being said, done all black jokes at a synagogue show.
Oh shit.
No, I'm just kidding. They don't have synagogue shows.
Yeah.
That's a comedy show.
I was about to say, that's an industry room.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Here, but let me get into
New
this.
York show on a Tuesday.
Last Tuesday.
How much? I guess we're getting a little topical. How much do you know about Motown at all? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, you got the Temptations, and who else do you have in Motown?
I've seen Temptations live.
The Jackson 5.
Yep, the Jackson 5.
What?
Clearly.
What the fuck have you seen?
I think Clive Davis is connected to Motown.
Yeah. There was a
Dorothy Dandridge.
Yeah, there was an old.
Might go far as back. She's Motown. Motown was most of the black artists back in the day. I want to say Boyz II Men too later on.
Was back because I think you're right because Motown the actual record label.
Yeah.
Motown Philly back again. Doing your East Coast thing.
So I know a little bit. I love oldies.
Yeah, I grew up on that because my mom she's white, obviously, but I'm black. So there was at some point where she was out there listening to Boyz II Men, fucking all that goodness. I'm not.
So your dad is black?
Oh, your dad is.
Yeah. Well,
your biological dad?
I was trying to picture him physically, and I couldn't do that. I was having a hard time.
Oh, you never seen him?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. He was a nigga for real.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is rumor tell he's Ubering somewhere.
Well, he showed up for the first about a year and about 9-10 months, and then my mom was hell bent on me being a monkey for my first Halloween, and I think that's what sent that fool over the edge. She's like, "I'll see you later." Even still to this day, she's like, "What? It's a good outfit." Like that's such a crazy thing for number one.
Oh man, the internet wasn't live back then. How old are you?
27.
27? Okay, yeah. So the internet was now.
Hey,
he would have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
If his mom was running for local Congress, she'd be fucked.
Yeah. They'll find that picture.
Her Hotmail
She
account
dressed her kid as a monkey, and he's black.
That's a cute ass little monkey though, hanging out.
I know, that's crazy. I seen black babies as monkey, but they always, what's the people give monkey. I love Planet of the Apes.
Which is weird
They're so
because
smart, the closest to human.
There's a level of monkey face you're allowed to do because we were talking about that for like the design for the show, right? Because it's the modern apes, and we're like, how much monkey is too much monkey? And we decided no monkey's the right amount of monkey. But if you go high enough level monkey, white people can just play chimps, and it is what it is. You can like walk around on the forearm steps.
Oh, dude, that was the guy who played Smeagol. Dominated.
Yeah, hire the CGI, hire the monkey.
The making of like Planet of the Apes. And, you ever watched that footage? And shit? That shit is crazy.
Where's the dudes really like getting into
they're like really into it, and white people really mastered it. So maybe y'all got the shit backwards.
It had to have the same. It had to have the same feels like the set of Django. We're just like, hey, look. Cool with this. This only happens in this space. Don't be chimp walking out here on the regular.
Right. Hoods on or hoods off.
Yeah.
God damn it. My wife made those. I can't see out this goddamn thing. I ain't gonna hold you. That was some brilliant comedy right there.
Yeah.
That had niggas laughing.
That's literally
okay. Well, I was like, wow, I never thought I would be able to crack the fuck up at the KKK. This is good.
Is that a Harold and Kumar scene?
Yeah. Talking about the modern problems of a Ku Klux Klan member. Just being like, I can't see out these goddamn eye holes. What the fuck is going on?
That shit was hilarious. That was very well done. That's what I call comedy.
And then he blew them all up.
Right.
Mwah.
That's
Perfect way to end it.
That's pretty nice. You ever think about that? Like the bros in the cloaks complain about the thread count. They're like, God damn, Daryl, I told your wife stop getting the cheap shit.
Itching my face.
My eyes are irritated. I'm a goddamn redskin now because of your wife, Daryl. Fuck.
Son, I'm
Tell
chafing.
Carol I sent my best. She tried.
Yeah. Son, I'm chafing worse than anything in here. I hate it more than racism.
You ever gone commando under the sheets? Free him.
Yeah.
It's just at a cross burning nuts out, dog.
That shit is crazy.
No, but the reason that I brought up Motown is because I found this fun little case of this dude. His name is Lawrence Horn, right? He was the original lead sound engineer for Motown when the guy that started it. His name's Barry Gordy Jr. His father was
Barry
like the
Gordy.
big one. Barry Gordy Jr. is the one who started it. This is the first sound engineer that he hired, and it was kind of like their main sound engineer. He worked for them from 1961 on and off until like the 90s, right when Boyz II Men came and shut the whole operation down.
Wow. Okay.
And this fool, so he produced My Girl by The Temptations. Talking about murder.
Ooh, murder.
Murder. White bitches dead.
He did. This fool originally was very nice, had money motivated guy. He also made Shotgun by, I had to look this up, Junior Walker and the All-Stars.
That sounds super familiar. I got to hear a song. Damn.
Yeah, I had to look that up today. You know it if you heard it. And
I know. I feel like I know it. It definitely sounds familiar. For
This
real.
fool worked with the Jackson 5, MJ at the very start of his solo career, Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, and the Supremes. Like big.
So he's like the white guy producer who does nothing version of Motown. You know who I'm talking about? The white guy?
Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
No, like legit sound.
Was he
engineer.
producing?
Yeah, like
okay.
In the studio.
In the same respect that Rick Rubin was there for most cool things, he was there except for, Rick Rubin was fucking off, being like, I don't like
this
it.
guy's on the board, moving and shaking shit around. So actually,
so he knew what he was doing.
Much more commendable.
Has a reason to do what he was doing. So what you need to know, there's a couple other like side characters in the story. These will pop up. So there's Thomas Turner. This is his cousin. That's important. There's this dude. His name's James Perry. I'm gonna call him Jim. Because, just the curtain back, there was an old comedy booker in Phoenix who I'm not a fan of, but his name's Jim Perry. So I think it's hilarious that he's a murderer in the story that I'm telling. And then there's this lady named Janice Saunders. That's the nurse of the kid, right? He has 3 kids. One of them is severely, severely handicapped. That'll play a part here in a sec. So basically, this dude's personal life, right? He started off, he married this front desk lady, basically, at the Motown record. That lasted like 12 months, right? They get divorced immediately. Then he runs in. He's 33 years old. He's on a first class flight to LA from Detroit. He runs into this lady. Her name is Mildred. He goes by Millie. She's a flight attendant, first class flight attendant, by the way. So
I'm following.
Not your coach flight attendant.
There's segmented flight attendants?
Have you ever been on a plane, nigga? Yes.
Usually they walk the strip of the entire plane.
No,
some airlines keep it, but like for the most part, they used to separate it.
There's a first class one, and then there's the rest of the ones, and there is a clear difference.
So I got to look at this bunk ass flight attendant this entire time. I'm sitting here. It's 6 hours.
Yeah, once you get up to first class, there's a difference. You get free shit, and the lady serving you is about 23 and a half in a piece. And that was his wife. That was Millie. They met. She's 22. He's 33. He's working as the sound engineer for Motown, crushing it, making good money. They end up hitting it off. They get married like a year later, right? She was a flight attendant, yada, yada. So they were married from 73 to 79. They officially got divorced in 81, but they had their first daughter in 74. This lady's nice. She ended up going to Harvard. She's a PhD, very, very smart black lady. No, this is Millie's daughter. Millie's the flight attendant.
Okay, gotcha.
This is their first daughter that they had in 74. Then they're on and off all the way up until like 1984. And typical fucking on and off relate. I have to imagine, I don't have any black uncles, but I have to imagine this guy's smoother than fuck. You're just around nothing but R&B heads who can talk their ass off all day, real smooth, real whatever.
There are a lot of women.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I was about to say, because they're on and off, but he gets her pregnant in 1984.
Okay.
They have twins in 1984. One of them is a baby girl. She's fine. The other one, his name is Trevor. This fool has deformed lungs from birth. So like, he's already kind of not doing great. This is where Lawrence pulls back from the family. According to Millie, his ex-wife, he wanted nothing to do once that kid came out and was all kind of deformed, which,
oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, I understand as a dad who left a completely normal, soon to be D1 athlete. I don't understand how this fool could just, I mean, this fool's looking at a guy drooling being like, nah, I'm cool.
Oh man, he's just like, that one came out messed up. Y'all won't be seeing me. I send a check.
Yeah, should have left the oven on a little longer.
Well, that was the problem, is he didn't send a check. And when you don't send a check, you get these guys called the aisle come looking, and they find everything every time. So this fool, right? They end up getting divorced. They end up splitting custody technically, which this fool Lawrence doesn't end up actually paying anything. So fast forward of the chronological timeline of events here. 1972, they meet. 1973, Millie and Lawrence actually get married. They have their first daughter in 74. In 84,
the Harvard student,
right? The Howard, which is the chocolate Harvard, right?
Yeah, chocolate Harvard.
Chocolate Harvard, which is great. Howard's homecoming. It steps low key on Harvard's homecoming.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And then so 1983. 1985. Trevor has this accident in the hospital, right? He's 2 years old. They bring him in to have this like run of the mill procedure in the hospital. They have this medical malpractice thing that happens. He's like hooked up to this tube permanently in his throat. The tube gets pulled out of his throat for an hour and a half. Gives him so much brain damage, he just turns into a quadriplegic, basically a vegetable. And that's when Lawrence completely pulls back, doesn't want nothing to do with this kid.
Oh, wow.
But this is where it gets fucking kind of intense.
It is crazy to hear that news on the phone, just being like, quadriplegic, I'm out.
Yeah, he stopped coming around, like around the time the shit started to get bad, but he pops back into the picture because in 1987, the family sues the doctor for medical malpractice. $1.7 million. In
1987.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I think I saw the conversion. It was like $3 million or something.
I was about to say, it's about double or triple it.
So then this fool pops back up into the picture. Obviously, I kind of had the same thing. My fucking...
He was in... Got him in super nigga mode.
Shit. Yeah. Well, I had the same thing kind of when my...
Well, I didn't know his death would bring so much money.
Which
God, I'm ready to see my son.
He's been dead for 6 months.
I got a Bobby Boucher handwritten letter when because my dad, deadbeat, walked out early. When I was getting recruited in high school, he saw me on ESPN and wrote my mom a handwritten letter, basically being like, "I'm your daddy, boy," and fucking popped up, tore that shit up, threw it away, burned it or whatever. But this fool tries to come back, so he starts getting involved. Mildred gets access to the trust like early, so she can start paying because. You know how much money it costs to fucking provide for this kid?
Yeah.
She starts getting access to the trust. Now, this is where Thomas Turner and James Perry come to play. Thomas Turner is his cousin. Now, Lawrence lives in LA because that's where Motown relocated to. He's out there doing the whole music thing. His family, Mildred and all these people, they're back in Silver Springs, Maryland.
Oh, wow. Okay.
DC-ish area.
Yeah.
They're living in this nice house off of his music money. You know how divorce works. She got a nice little settlement, use it to buy a house, support her kid, yada, yada. This guy reaches out to his cousin and they start divulging a plan. They're like, well, how can we touch some of this money without having to be like present? Because if this kid dies at all, like there's that $1.7 million, it's supposed to be used for his life to afford like his whatever. But if he dies, because it's their fault technically that they like cooked his brain, you just get that 1.7. So him and his cousin start kind of like divulging up this plan to be like, well, how the fuck can we get around this? And that's where fucking Jim Perry comes in, hired contractor. Jim Perry. I
mean, also, I hate to be the guy to say it, but if you're looking at a quadriplegic, I mean, like, how not to kill that guy?
Well, he's on a tube constantly. He's on a respirator.
Shoot him with a tube. Shoot him with a paintball gun.
What is going on?
Like, what do you mean? This fractured eggshell of a man that you're dealing with.
Fucked up, dude. So the two cousins, Lawrence and Thomas, they divulge this plan. This is what happens. It's March 2nd, 1993, right? Mm-hmm. Lawrence makes a home video of him and his girl. I don't understand how these ain't shit niggas always have females. It never makes any sense to me. I know a bunch of good dudes can't get a date to save their lives. The fucking the scheming murderer has just a fucking gaggle of hoes around them constantly. It makes no sense. Homeless people and murderers are never single. Just a good guy with a job.
It is crazy.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense.
It's the dick sometimes. And they put up a facade. You know, they put up a facade.
I mean, the nuts
when it comes to homeless dick, you're looking for size and that's it. There's no motion in the ocean. It's
homeless
the wave.
Dick is dangerous.
It's the wave of the stink.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Tell me you can kind of see it sometimes through
looking for survival.
Yeah,
is all
fucking for a better hut. That's crazy.
You can see it sometimes. I hate it. On the way to work, I work in Ft.Tata and I got to walk through kind of like this little homeless encampment. It's just, why do they all go to the homeless guys? I'm Jewish from the waist down. Meanwhile, this guy's begging for food.
Wait, you're Jewish from the waist down?
Huh? She said, these pants are real tight, Tata. I hate to disappoint.
He vacuum seals his Levi's.
Yeah, I had to get these kosherly blessed on. And so this fool is out here with this huge piece, divulging a plan to get this money with his cousin, right? So the night is March 2nd, 1993. It's
I was 2.
I was
March 2nd, 1992. This is your birthday?
Well, I was born in 91, so if it was 93, I was 2 years old.
But still March 2nd.
Okay.
March 2nd? Yeah, I just had turned 3.
I wasn't born yet, but my mom was out just fucking black dudes.
In 97. Oh, you're saying now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, now I'm older. Yep, my birthday just passed.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Jesus Christ. Though.
But during this time, I was 2 years old while these motherfuckers was plotting to kill.
Do you remember 9/11?
Yes, I do. I was in elementary school.
Did they cancel school?
No, but my mom came and got us.
Okay.
She saw them blowing up shit she saw them blowing up shit on the news, and she heard it on the radio. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna go get my baby."
The white people blowing up buildings and shit.
All I know is we were leaving. There were still kids, and like we left during recess. Like she came and got us while everybody was still outside playing and shit.
Well, I just imagine behind the gated recess wall, just like get the fuck in here.
Well, there still has to be those bad, like, you know how on any given day there's that kid whose mom sleeps in who has to sit with the duties to get picked up like way after school.
That kid was at school probably.
There's still that mom crazy. On 9/11. It's like, you know, buildings are burning and you slept through it all. Your kid's just here, might as well be dead. You have no clue.
No clue what's going on. That day was crazy.
I don't remember. I was just young enough to not remember.
My mom came and got our asses.
I was hanging out at home. My mom was like, I think there's a problem.
I saw a bunch of shit. When I remember KFC gave out free chicken, popcorn chicken.
What?
Remember KFC had popcorn chicken?
What? For what occasion?
As
9/11?
It was around that time.
Yo, go get your grievance chicken on the kernel.
It was around that time that it happened too.
We're giving away 2,497 pieces of free chicken
to represent each life on those planes. Okay.
Yeah. We are counting Muhammad Atta.
Okay,
if you can prove your family member jumped, we'll throw in a free side of potatoes.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. No, but anyway, so back to this. So they're down in Maryland. That's where the family is. This motherfucker, this dude shoots an alibi video at his place in LA. Fucking films the time and the date. It's 11:03 p.m. on March 3rd as an alibi. Meanwhile, 3,000 miles away in Silver Springs, fucking Maryland, Mildred Trevor, Janice Saunders, who is the live-in like 24-hour, I don't know what you call it, like helper lady or whatever that takes care of Trevor. She's there, right? So here's the order of events. This dude, his name's Jim Perry. He buys a AR-7 rifle, which, by the way, he's doing all of this off of a book, and I'll kind of tie.
The vegetated kid?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, the veg walks in just
I'm gonna put you down, you dirty animal.
Yeah, I don't know. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? You tell me.
I'll tell you what, it's a smoothie in a second.
No. It's Jim Perry that gets the AR-7.
Okay.
And he gets all this. There's this book that comes out from the Palladian Press. It's called Hitman: A Technical Manual for Independent Contractors, which kind of feels like shouldn't have been made.
How to Kill Your Son for Dummies.
Say, like, can they like track who buy these books?
Yeah. Mass genocide for dummies, available at your local bar.
It seems like one of those like ploy pedophile websites where it's just like how to fuck a kid quick, and it's just like everyone.
Can you imagine working at Barnes and Nobles and ringing that up for somebody like, dude?
Some guy in a trench coat breathing out of his mouth. You're just like, all right, yeah.
This and the entire Ender Game series.
Yeah. He's buying that and 3 Guinness Book of World Records. You're like, where are you taking this?
What's happening?
Yeah.
No,
cat calendar.
So he gets that, and it lays out this whole like detailed, obviously, how to like go about killing people. So this guy, he follows the book to a fucking T. He buys a AR-7 rifle. Peck, you pull up an AR-7, there's a specific reason that he gets this, and it's because it has like basically a Nerf gun. It's like it's compartmentalized. It comes apart super duper easy.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you can put this thing together and take it apart in a minute, even if you have no clue what you're doing. It has like 4 different parts.
Oh, good. There's a version where it all folds into its own stock.
You know, for travel.
Yeah, you know, if you ever want to, you know, take this to like a sporting event.
Yeah, if you ever want to get the FBI involved and cross state lines, which is exactly how this case ended up getting blown way out of proportion.
If you ever want to just have fun in a police department.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean this thing comes with a bump stock?
An AR-7 rifle.
Yeah, no. So this fool gets an AR-7. He
$279.
Nigga, when I tell you, first of all, he made his own silencer. He made his own suppressor.
A full Luigi Mangione.
Buy the book. The book teaches you how to make the Hitman book teaches you how to make a fucking can suppressor. So he attaches a can suppressor.
I'm afraid to have him Google a Hitman book.
I was about to say in about 3 seconds you could figure out how to take someone out if you so need to.
Yeah, you shouldn't buy this book.
So this fool rolls into this house where all of basically the women and children are fucking sleeping. Rolls in with this AR-7, puts it all together in the house. Everyone's fucking quiet. He then scratches off the serial number all in real time, goes in, shoots the mom 3 times in the eye holes. Then the lady comes down, the like in-house keeper. She walks down, 3 eye hole shots to her as well. This is where
what was that with him with the eyes?
He's a trained hitman.
Oh,
it's a waste of bullets and takes a lot more time if I shoot you in the arm.
Yeah.
So this fool comes in. I mean, 3 to the crown of these poor ladies, drops them right there. The in-house maid lady was holding quilting needles and was in the middle of making a blanket for her 4-year-old son who's at home. She got a family. Dude comes in, shoots those 2. Then he rolls up to Trevor, the quadriplegic kid.
Yeah.
Unplugs his tube. He could have just shot this kid. He unplugs his tube, covers the end of sees a hole in his fucking right here, covers this, and then plugs his nose and mouth and just suffocates this kid. Just kills him. Yeah, and he's in because his development stunted, so he's in a crib. It's an 8-year-old kid in a crib, quadriplegic. Cold-blooded kills him. And then he goes through the house and he tries to make it look like a robbery gone wrong, which is, again, like the book says. So he goes
How the fuck can you make 4 precise eye hole shots look like a robbery gone wrong? In what world?
That's what it says in the book. He's just following the book.
The eye hole murderer is out here again.
Well, shit, he kind of aced the assignment. I guess he got caught, I'm guessing.
Well, they end up, because he's a fucking genius in what he does. So a year, they planned this for a year leading up to the actual hit. There's multiple phone calls. They're talking to people. They eventually get so smart, they move all conversation off the phone and they start talking in between the cousin. So the cousin's now the middleman in between these 2 fucking pieces of shit. This dude comes in, murks everyone, kills the kid, flips the house and steals some stuff to make it look like it's a break-in. Then takes her car, Mildred's car, drives it back to the motel where he's staying in the same town in Silver Springs. The only part where he fucked up, when he went to the hotel, he tried to pay in cash, which I didn't know this because I've never done sleazy shit. But if you pay in cash at some places, they want to ask for an ID.
Yeah.
Just accept the cash and
whole houses.
Yeah, kill a hooker if you want. I don't care. But this place wasn't one of those. They asked for his ID. It's the only spot where he messed up because he takes the stolen car back to the place, gets back in his rental car that the cousin rented for him in Michigan. The cousin rented the car in Michigan, let this dude drive it down to kill the family. And then the plan was he was going to drive it back. And he got away with it too, because no one knew what was going on for a full year. Cops come in, start doing this investigation, and they slowly eventually end up kind of tracing it back to this guy. Because what he did is he disassembled the AR-7 on the way, just like the book said, disassembled it, took a filing pin, filed out the inside of the gun so you couldn't tell the caliber of it, and then just left the firing trigger on the side. They found the firing trigger on the side of the fucking road and retrograded that all the way back to be able to tell what gun he had, the size of the caliber gun he had. Then they retrograded it all the way back, realized he was staying at this motel, flipped it all the way back. Fast forward, I think 2 years. So all this happened in 85. There's an arrest that's made in 87. They get the fucking the killer, And he won't talk, though. He won't tell him who hired him. He won't tell him why he was there, this, that, and the other thing. They denied it to the day he died. He gets a life sentence or life in prison, and then eventually gets upgraded to a death sentence. He gets capped. The Lawrence fool, the father of the whole thing, he's entitled to $1.7 million because the mom died and the son's dead. So he's in the process of getting this money. Meanwhile, the cops are working their ass off to try and get this motherfucker. They eventually end up getting this fool in like a Mexican. What's the opposite of a Mexican standoff? Where like everyone's pointing at each other.
A Canadian standoff.
Yeah, just Norwegian standoff. Yeah. No guns, just butterfly knives.
Yeah.
No, but they eventually end up getting this fool, bringing him in. He denies the entire thing the entire time. What ends up happening, I guess, to kind of like round everything off, he doesn't get any of the money. The family, though.
And this is the Motown producer.
This is the Motown producer. The family ends up suing the people, the Palladian Press, the people who made the basically How to Kill a Family book.
Yeah.
$3.5 million. And it all went to the, I guess the one saving grace, the twin that was with Trevor, the vegetable kid.
Yeah.
The dad made sure that she was out of the house. So she went to go stay with the aunt. The Howard daughter was at Howard. So he like coordinated the whole thing, got the whole family waxed, thought he was about to get away with it, ends up getting life in prison. He died in 2017. Yeah, of like throat cancer, which is like one of the worst types of cancer you can get.
Yeah.
He ended up popping off, and the family ended up getting back paid like $3.
That does suck. Like, where does it hurt?
So the last two kids end up making out okay.
They made it out all right. I mean, their mom got splattered. Yeah. But aside from that, hey, how much do you think your mom was worth? About $3.3 million?
Well, that was before the first $1.2 million.
Yeah. I was already kind of owed something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's about as crazy as that guy.
That was all related to my girl, my girl,
my girl.
My girl got she got $3.9 million because I killed her family.
This nigga killed a whole family.
That's a real behind the music story right there.
That's Motown though, and this motherfucker was living the life, making like the equivalent to like $500,000 in today's terms. Went from all the way that because Motown, with the 360 deals and Marvin Gaye's dad killing him and all this other stuff.
Yeah, like, that was one right there. That was crazy. Yeah. I knew that story.
Once you lose Marvin, I mean that's LeBron. Yeah. Once you lose LeBron, sell the whole Lakers. Who gives a shit?
So my story that I would like to bring to you today, has less to do with more of a music mogul, more of a music appreciator.
Okay.
And so this has to do. Have you ever heard of the Axeman of New Orleans?
The Axeman of New Orleans. No, that sounds fun though.
That sounds like a white rapper for sure.
Oh, dude.
The Axeman.
That sounds like a movie I would watch.
That guy has a huge Adam's apple.
Him and Jack Harlow are teaming up for a white boy summer.
That does sound like a good movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would watch it. Like if I stumbled on it, I was
like a slasher, like the Terrifier movies. I could see that.
So
Rio.
This guy had, the reason why I chose him is because he was a inhabitant of the one and only New Orleans, in which the Phillies have just won their Super Bowl debut. Not debut. They've been there multiple times.
You also said Phillies. That's the baseball team. I let it slide.
Eagles. E-A-G-L-E-S, or how the mayor says it, E-L-G-L-E-A-S.
Eggless.
Yeah. It was fucking Legolas, dude. Come in, talk shit. No, so basically...
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Completely unknown. He was a completely unknown attacker and is widely regarded as more of a boogeyman figure than a serial killer because nobody caught him.
Okay.
So he always attacked at night. He had 12 attacks with 6 killings. And he had a really kind of spooky way of killing you. What he would do is he would break into your house in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and kill you with something you found in your house, which I think is disrespectful.
This nigga kills me with my own butt plug.
With my own shit.
Yeah. You bought that axe and now he's killing you with it?
Oh my God. Did he always look for an axe or he would like choose a different weapon?
I mean,
depending on what you have in your house.
Honeymoon scenario, he found an axe.
Okay. Because black people used to have giant utensils on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Made out of wood.
Yeah.
They made great weapons.
So much.
The giant forks and the giant spoons.
I don't know why I want to.
Never seen that King Bash video?
Yeah, they were like kitchen decor. And a lot of black people used to have that shit in their house.
Pretty chill. Just a huge wooden spoon.
It was a good ass whooping tool.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Don't ask me how I know, but
I got a huge spork on the wall.
A spork.
Yes. Yeah. Keep talking shit in my house. I'll let you feel the fear of God. So this was between 1918 and 1919. So he'd break into their houses, kill them with their own shit. He never used his own tools, and he would often leave the like whatever he killed you with at the scene. One thing that is to be noted is that like DNA technology was still like it was available at this time.
When was this going on? What year?
1918 to 1919.
You could kill people so
1918 to 1919.
Yeah, so
1 year back there. So like polio and all that shit is still out there. Like that's
yeah, it's a serious condition.
Damn, you had a polio? I would have said 1403.
Polio was what, like 1403? Oh, I thought that shit was in the 1900s.
No, I'm saying I have no. You're right for sure.
I don't fucking know. I just made that up. But go ahead.
It's always a conscience gap. We're all on the same page here.
Mm-hmm.
So his first victim was by the name of Catherine and Joseph Maggio. May 23rd, 1918, he struck them violently with an axe and then straight razored their throat.
After they're already dead?
Was he black?
Nobody knows.
During the... Oh, okay.
Of course nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. And no, he was actually described as...
I think it'd be harder to be a black serial killer.
I was about to say, nobody knows means he's not black, because if he was for sure, that would have been front page news.
The description that was given to him was that he was basically a tall man, like a tall white man in a trench coat with a large hat.
Trench coats.
He honestly sounded like Darkwing Duck.
I was always nice to trench coat kids in high school. I was always nice to the trench coat kids.
Because when
high school and college, you were a trench coat kid?
No. But I befriended the trench coat kid.
I feel like you were, you look like a school shooter. Give me some. You got that vibe.
Hi, it's me.
You got
everyone's
that vibe.
favorite school shooter.
He refused to F you up.
You guys are
I was
bullshit.
always nice to those. I was honestly your people. I was always kind.
It's not my people.
Like
I must go closer
You
to
know
her.
what I
Yeah, you and
mean?
your goddamn people, though.
Don't you put me in the same.
I'd be like, hey, what's up, Zach? Zach be like this.
You guys are putting baby in a corner right now.
Why are they always kind of sweating too? They're just always their hair's greasy in the front.
I was never mean to that motherfucker. That's in case, just in case.
Catherine was almost
Just
decapitated.
in case.
No,
just in case he comes to school to handle business, to do his thing.
They'll let me
Like,
go.
Tata, go ahead. You was cool. You was always tight.
they're cool.
Everybody on the ground. Tata,
oh, man.
get out.
You can get out. You was like,
Tata, you spotted me on talkies.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Tata, you're dismissed. You gave me the blue fuegos. I appreciate it. Everyone get the fuck down.
The guacamole green type. I like those.
yeah, that's what I say. Kindness takes you a long way in life, guys.
Oh, that's
Kind.
crazy.
Obviously, it didn't for Catherine and Joseph Maggio because they were stricken violently with an axe, straight razor to the throat, and Catherine was almost decapitated.
And just for shits and gigs, he left his dick out after he killed them.
Oh.
Yeah. Humiliation on top.
No, but one thing that is crazy is the body was discovered by Joseph's brothers, who lived in the same house. How do you not hear that happening?
Right. And I'm pretty sure back then, 1919, 1918, and those times, they didn't have houses like how they have houses now. I mean, they do, maybe.
I was going to say, the only way you don't hear someone getting murdered in your house is if you're an 8-year-old quadriplegic hooked up to machines upstairs.
That is the only way.
And let me tell you, you're 2 stops away. They got some business to deal with first. All right, anyways, 1 month later, another attack happens. Louise Besemure and Annie Lowe were discovered by a baker to have like severe stab wounds, which initially the baker was suspected to be the like main guy who did it. He was delivering bread to their house, and he's like,
Sweeney Todd?
"Oh fuck!" And then the cops came, and they're like, "Well, you did it." And then he spent like 3 weeks in jail.
I'm not a horror movie guy. Sweeney Todd, the meat pie guy.
That is meat pie.
That's meat pie.
I'm a horror girl.
I'm glad I'm wiping
I
off
get
on
scared.
Are we talking like this? Because you're going to hear us?
I got nerves. Are you like an actual horror head? Like you can sleep at night after?
It took a while.
Are you like?
It took a while.
what
Like
scares
as a
you the
kid,
most?
I don't know. I would really torture myself and watch it, knowing that I was going to be scared.
Are you scared more about paranormal shit, or does like the
No, I
strangers
just
do
would
it for
think
you?
my robe was the motherfucking nigga trying to come get me.
Yeah.
Because at night it just looked like something.
Yeah, the second you turn it off, you gotta watch like a SpongeBob or something to recoup.
I would run to the bed when I turn the light off.
Oh yeah, turn on Family Guy. That's force field. Force field.
I definitely got to put on I used to have to put on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or some shit afterwards.
Just to watch a Nick at Night George Lopez that's also about responsibility. You're like, I don't need this right now.
I'm responsible. So basically, Luis, the husband, survived the attack, but Anne died 7 weeks later. And during her account, she said a large white man with a hatchet had attacked them.
Okay.
Yeah. Blanco Nino. And so, August 5th, 1918, there was another attack by this lady who is a badass.
Okay.
Her name is Mrs. Ed Schneider, the heiress to the Pretzel Empire, the Schneider Pretzel Empire.
Oh, wow. They're still around.
Wouldn't it be nice to just belong to a bullshit family like that?
Right.
Like the graham cracker family?
I want to do Cheez-Its. What's that? But they're in the Nabisco.
Yeah.
Right? You know, the Nabisco family. Tata Nabisco.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
so I
came up with white cheddar.
Yeah. No, I know. Zesty Cheez-It? That was me.
Of course it was.
Yeah, I was lying. She has nothing to do with the pretzels. But
Called you gay and you missed it.
No, but I was lying. She was found by her husband in the middle of the afternoon, all axed up, and her husband rushed her to the hospital, saved her life in that moment, and then a week later to the day, she gave birth to a happy, healthy baby. Right.
That happened while she was pregnant?
While she was pregnant.
Wow.
The stress of being hatcheted almost to death did not cause a miscarriage.
Oh, I don't want to hear nothing from my wife then about don't stress.
You gonna bring this up?
Like she got hacked in half almost.
And during a time when medical equipment wasn't where it is today.
1900, no sort of sedative, no pain, nothing.
Yeah,
no.
like
sterilization.
Axed giving birth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sterilization was spit shining.
Oof.
Yeah.
You're like, what's my epidural? It's like just grab your husband's thumb.
Do you think they were stronger back in the day? Like, do you think people were stronger than we are now?
Oh, 10,000%, yes.
Physical strength or like ability to deal with hardship?
I'll say physical
Both.
and mental.
Physical,
both, yes.
Physical, no. They were weird little puny guys.
Are you kidding me?
Humans have only gotten bigger.
I think they were stronger back in the day.
They were way stronger back in the day, and also they had the mental fortitude to be like, well, I had 7 sons died. I guess that's Tuesday.
That'll give you, yeah. They looked at a miscarriage like it was just another day. They're like, we'll try again next week. What do you want?
Get the next carriage.
Gotta go back out there to the cornfields and finish the work for tomorrow. The crops are done for the season.
You missed it. Yeah.
What? Give birth and you get back out there to the field.
Well, we still need maize.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I do that voice, but it just
it's fun. It fits.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next victim was a man by the name of Joseph Romano, who was found by his nieces after hearing a struggle.
Does this guy have something against Italians? Why is it only Italians getting clipped?
He does have a thing against it.
Okay, I was about to say the WAP stranglers on the list.
Yeah, he was after like formal review, people saw that he has a thing against Italians, and a lot of people think that maybe he wasn't an axeman as much of a hitman.
Yeah,
who was like targeting people within like a local New Orleans Italian mafia. But that's just who.
I was gonna say this just seems like the fucking.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
No, it's a mystical axeman. Yeah,
you want it to make sense. You're just like, the mob. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's a night traveler with an axe for an arm. That's the story that I like to read.
Yeah, no. So they described him when they saw him, because the nieces saw him getting away after Joseph Romano was butchered. He was described as dark, tall, heavyset, wearing a dark suit and black slouch hat.
And now he's gabagool.
So he turned black.
Well, I assume
dark
they saw
hair.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like a darker in the complexion of everything he was wearing. So basically, he died from that. And during this time in the New Orleans newspaper, they wrote that armed men are keeping over their sleeping families while the police are seeking to solve the mysteries of the axe attacks. Yeah, so extra police were implemented, and this worked for a while. And so for the next 5 months, 7 months, there was no axe attacks.
Oof.
I know.
Whoever's on marketing's fired. Dude, the axe attacks are all right. You get an axe attacks counter on the morning news?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scare everyone.
The hysteria must have been crazy around that time.
Oh, yeah. You're reading it in the newspaper and you're like,
yeah.
Fuck. Like,
right? It's coming out on the paper. You don't know what to look for. There's no technology that we have today is not in
this happened 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as many.
You're literally next to die.
Yeah.
But you're just reading about it.
It's ridiculous, dude. Mm-hmm. So 7 months go by, no attacks. But if you know anything about an axe guy,
He loves to come back.
Got to get an accent.
I got to get my get backs.
Yeah. So March 10th of 1919, the Corti Miglia family, again Italian.
I was gonna say. Just say Mario and Luigi or
somebody must have burnt this man's pizza or something.
Yeah, for real.
He must have had a bad experience with Italian food.
You know what? I actually I understand this only because I went to a slice shop maybe 3 days ago and thought it was a good idea to get a Caesar salad slice. I almost killed 3 Italians with an axe as well. I was like, what are we doing? What the fuck is this?
No, so he did kill. He tried to kill 2 there's 3 people in the house. The husband, the wife, and the baby. So he tries to kill all 3. The only person he kills is the baby. And so, yeah, doesn't stand on business.
Does the husband protect this house?
Well, he tried to. Rose Cortima Julia, whatever the fuck, woke up to her husband fighting the Axemen, lost. And then the baby also lost. And so, yeah, they all kind of got like a little bit of fucked up in the meantime. But after this attack, a lot of people were waiting to hear from him, and they eventually did. So I'll try to compartmentalize this as quick as I can because it's a long letter because this guy is kind of a cringe loser.
You mean he just can't kill people silently? He has to write a whole soliloquy as well?
No, he sounds like a fucking just an absolute like playwright loser describing himself as like the plague doctor of death. Meanwhile, he's 12 for 6 or 6 for 12. Yeah, 6 for 12 in killing motherfuckers.
Depending on the sport, I mean, if you're batting, 500, that's above Hall of Fame.
Nah, everyone who hears those misses gets to talk about it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You need one guy to tell the story, not half of them, dumbass.
Yeah, so on quote from the New Orleans newspaper, they get a message. Hell, March 13th, 1919. Esteemed mortal. Pretty gay way to start a conversation. Right. They have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even ever as the ether which surrounds your earth. Just fucking hate.
If he doesn't take his "'twas a dark and stormy night" ass out of here,
no, modern New Orleans would not take this. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a fell demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians, like Phoenicians, and your foolish police call the Axeman.
Oh.
Yeah.
He really wanted to make a good name for himself. Well, a name for himself, period. Maybe not good, but.
Because there's got to be
a great name.
There's got to be a namesake in the killer community. It's like you once you reach a certain level, you got to start leaving a calling card, get your name out. It's all self-promotion.
Yeah. So basically, he starts talking shit on the police and stuff in this. He's like, they have been so utterly stupid so as to amuse not only me, but his satanic majesty.
Serial killers always love poking fun at the police.
Yeah. It's funny you're reading this also like fucking some guy who works for the Crown, because really I just picture this guy like, and then I wore down on them goddamn gators. I told you I went down there on the bayou.
Oh, I can definitely do a bayou accent for
Hit
this.
A Creole with it one time.
All right. But they tell them to beware. Let them not try to discover what I am, for it were better that they never were born than to. He always talks like
I say,
finger licking good.
He is selling chicken.
Never were born then to incur the wrath of the X-Men.
See, this makes more sense. Just some what do they call? I mean, back in that time, it was a mulatto Creole bro scooping around, just fucking jabbing guys.
Basically, OG Gambit.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm name for
so undoubtedly, you Orleanians think of me as a most horrible monster, which I am. But I could be much worse if I wanted to. Brag. At will I can slay thousands of your best citizens, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death.
The angel of death?
Angel of
Beelzebub.
Oh, okay. And your greatest citizen.
Yeah. So basically, which is a crazy sentence to say when you're half and half on killing the people
you kill no black people, right? And not say this.
No, he did not.
You said that with a level of like, should I care or not? Yeah, he didn't. Did he catch us? No. All right, keep going, man.
This does sound like a white people issue, and let me tell you, it is.
Okay. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
niggas, did he didn't.
So he has a demand.
He said, no one fought back. Not a one.
He'll only ask half your body.
From the waist up, though.
Damn, really from the waist down? You're Jewish, huh?
Yeah. You think I'm not disappointed also? It's crazy. They hand them out to everyone.
All right, let me finish this up on a right quick. So this is his final decree, and this what brings us into the music genre, because he says, now, to be exact, at 12:15 o'clock earthly time, which is, again, cringe and
I was going off the Jewish calendar.
Yeah, Roman Judaic calendar. Next Tuesday night, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition to the people, and here it is. I am very fond of jazz music. And I swear by all the devils in the nether regions, aka those crabs and syphilitises you have, that every person shall be spared in whose house is playing jazz band in a full swing at this time I have just mentioned, 12:15 o'clock-a-rooney. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, they're so much better for the people of New Orleans. One thing is certain, is that some of those persons who not give in to jazz band will be meat by the axe man.
Oh, that's why he didn't kill any blacks. They were too busy dancing.
Yeah, he said, you're like, as long as you're scatting.
As long as you do that, he said, you know what? I like that in his voice.
Yeah, it is pretty. Yeah, it's like if you could just like kind of riff on the trombone.
Can you imagine if I was white? I'd be like,
let me tell you how right you are, Shaja.
Trying to get your voice right.
Tata, you hit it nail on the head. Everyone was blaring jazz that night all throughout New Orleans, and the people who couldn't afford record players poured into jazz halls.
So they had like a Creole Passover, basically. It's
he's the reason it's the party city for real.
That's what, party or die.
Wow.
March 19th of 1919, he came in and said, you guys better be lit or I'm killing motherfuckers.
He said, damn.
Razzmatazz,
the white people out there like...
That's great.
Yeah. In the sake of time, I will wrap this up. He did eventually...
He sounds like a party starter to me. He went about it on the deep end. He was a little dramatic, getting the party started, but I understand his goal.
He got the point across like the blunt end of a flashlight, not get cops involved.
He had a great night that night on March 19th, but at the same time, 5 months later, he's got to kill again. So he does kill 2 more people, and actually one of them was with the stolen bolt of a circus tent. Yeah, he bludgeons a man to death in the middle of New Orleans, but also at the same time, he's never been caught. That is the one thing about the Axemen in New Orleans. No one has ever found his identity. They're skeptical, kind of like their passageways, but no one's found him. He has been represented in several novels, several songs. There is actually a song called, I think it's Daddy Don't Scare Me, which is the Axeman's Blues that they play in New Orleans around the March time.
So he's just like, he's just like a Creole Jack the Ripper.
I wonder if he had any children.
Had to.
Totally.
Down there, yeah. 3 of them are part gator. Yeah.
So the legacy of the Axeman lives on throughout the music and novelization. Also, he was mentioned in iconicized in an American Horror Story Coven episode. And also, he's in a VR Walking Dead game called Saints and Sinners.
Wow.
Where'd you get the Walking Dead?
He actually was successful. Murder was the case that they gave him, but he was successful.
Yeah, no, first off, no one gave him the case. He was
completely innocent.
Can you name the song?
What?
Murder was the case?
What do you mean?
Can you name who sings it?
The guy who sings
was
it.
The case
he said they gave me. It's a Snoop Dogg song.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
It's white.
Come on now, don't let Martha Stewart outdo you. She knows Snoop.
I thought you were calling me.
No, you were calling him Martha Stewart, and I'm like, thank you.
I was so ready to fuck, man.
Damn, you tried so hard this entire podcast.
People like, MS.
Yeah, that's what me and my wife.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, the shit that take you out in about 3 to 7 years.
Oh shit,
that's funny.
Big Martha.
That's about all we got. Tata, you got anything you want to plug? Any funness?
Thank you for being here, Tata.
Yeah, by the way,
no, seriously, thank you for having me. This was fun and it was different. You know, you go on podcasts and you know they want to ask you the same questions a lot of times. So this was cool. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. To find me, you know, put TATASHERISE.com on all social media. I promote stuff. My podcast, Girls Got Giggles, is coming back in a few weeks. Yes. So I'm excited about that. But Tata Sherise, you can find me anywhere online or my website, TATASHERISE.com. TATA. Sherise is spelled like she rise for those who cannot spell. SHERISE, TATASHERISE.com/shows if you want to see me live.
Fucking professional, dog.
Sherise Sherizen.
Yeah.
Sherizen.
She even gave the phonetic spelling for your dumbasses. And by the way, as always, www.patreon.com/The Modern Apes Podcast. Change your name to something fun. We'll read it here on air. We'll do an ad read here later to catch up on all of them, I promise. You get that $1 McBaller level. You get 4 Modern Ape podcasts a month. And if you want to really take the podcast to a higher level, peel back. I've cried. Tristan said slurs. Get you those internal affairs. It's $10 a month, but you really get what you're paying for. Tell a friend about the cast. We'll see you guys next week.
Au revoir.